I'm going to share with you how to set up your Mast Pro permanent makeup machine. It should arrive somewhat like this in the box. And this is the part where the needle cartridge goes in, and this is technically the motor part of it, and also where you can charge it. This is a wireless machine. So I'm first going to show you just how to take it apart. If you grip this upper part, not this part, if you'll notice this part down here, it turns. That's so you can adjust the needle hang, how far it comes out and how far it goes back in. But to charge it, you need to get this part off. So you're going to just hold up here, not down here, give it a little twist. And you can see right here is a Type-C charger. That's where you would plug that in. I would do it every time at the end of the day. The battery does last a long time on this particular device. So when you want to put it back together, again, hold here, not down here, and you just twist that back on, and you want it to be snug. You want it to be snug, but you don't want it to be over tightened because then it's hard to like undo. All right, so now we're going to use a Mast needle cartridge. These are just universal cartridges, and you can see this is where the machine will push this needle out. So you're going to take this, you're going to just push it down, and you can feel it's kind of in there, but it's loose. You need to push down and turn clockwise until that is totally locked in. Next, you can turn on your machine. You're going to do a long hold, and the machine turns on. And then you're going to do a short hold or a short push, and that will turn on the needle. As you can see right now, there's not much needle hanging, just a little, but you can adjust that by, if you hold here, and now you can turn and get your needle out as far as you want. That's as far as it goes. And then you can dial that back as much as you want. I would recommend having that needle out about a nickel's width. If you were to put a nickel next to that, that's about how far out you like that needle to be. And you'll just be using the tip of that needle in the latex when you're practicing. So now that we have the needle set to how far out we want, we're going to wrap this machine for practice. This is not on a person, but just because this is slippery in a way, and so to get a better grip, we'd say use some grip tape. When you're using this on a client, you're gonna fully cover this machine so it stays very clean. But for practice purposes, we're just going to wrap this, take a little bit of your stretchy self-adhesive type of bandage. These work great for grip, but I like to just put it right at the end, and you have to kind of pull tight on this, get one good time around it, and then once you kind of feel like you have that around one time, I like to kind of go like I'm like it looks like a candy cane. So it's kind of at an angle. When you get to here, that's enough. And you can just go like so. You can still adjust this if you need to, but you should try and set your needle before you put your grip tape on. If you need to, you can pull that grip tape off and do an adjustment. While you're working, if you feel like the needle's out too far, like the ink is not going into the latex, or if it's pulled back too much, then the ink will pool. So you may have to do just a little bit of adjustment to get that needle perfect. Once the machine is like so, and you do one tap to turn it on, you can adjust your speed by going up and down. In another video, we'll show you how to figure out what speed works best for you when you are doing your shading. And then you turn it off, just like that.